welcome back to another great episode of Import Friendly, where we always bring you the latest and greatest in import video games. We've got new releases for you, but first, Kevin Van Ord is here to tell you about a game that just came out in Japan called Demon's Souls. What you playing, Kevin?
Yes, indeed. I have been playing Demon's Souls, which is an action role-playing game made by From Software. These are the people that made the Armored Core games, Otogi, Ninja Blade, and the Kingsfield RPGs. But even though Demon's Souls feels like a spiritual successor to Kingsfield in some ways, it's really not like anything you've ever played. That's because of the way you interact with other players. Demon's Souls is a really tough game. Enemies do a ton of damage in a single hit, they'll pop out of practically nowhere and gang up on you without warning. But the high level of difficulty is mitigated by this ingenious hint system built around player interaction. First of all, you'll see the ghosts of other players in real time, which will give you a clue of what might be coming your way. You'll also find bloodstains splattered on the ground, and if you activate them, you'll see other players' final seconds to see just how they died. You can leave each other canned notes to warn them of what's coming, and if you get really stuck, you can even summon another player to your game to give you a hand. The game world is split into 5 different worlds, all of which are connected to the Nexus, which is where souls go after death. It's here that you can buy new equipment and ready yourself for the horrors to come. And trust me, you'll need to be prepared. Demon's Souls is possibly the hardest game you'll play all year. Other players can invade your world as Black Phantoms and assassinate you, and you spend much of the game in a half-dead state with your health bar only half of what it is when you're completely alive. So it's amazingly difficult, but it's also amazingly rewarding. There's no moment more satisfying than taking down one of the 5 enormous bosses because you had to work really hard to just get that far. So it's all incredibly hard and complex, but Demon's Souls comes with really good English voice acting and English text. And even though the game manual isn't written in English, it comes with an English insert that should get you up to speed quickly. It also has a good built-in tutorial, which makes Demon's Souls possibly the most import-friendly game of the year. Before you plunk down the cash, however, keep in mind that Atlas is bringing the game to North America, and it should be on shelves in October. But if you're like me and just couldn't wait, you'll be thrilled to discover that you can jump right into Demon's Souls without having to deal with any language obstacles.
Now it's time for your new import releases. The Dragon Ball universe hits the Wii in this action-adventure game, Dragon Ball Tenkaichi Daibouken! Tenkaichi Daibouken is a side-scrolling platforming action game that recreates the original series in glorious 3D. From the battle against the Red Ribbon Army to the fight to the death with King Piccolo. Using the Wiimote and Nunchuck, the classic or GameCube controller, you can fight your enemies by unleashing a variety of attacks. Finish off your enemies with your Kamehameha! Dragon Ball Tenkaichi Daibouken was released on July 23, 2009 and will be available stateside as Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo in winter of 2009. The Armored Core series comes to the PSP with Armored Core 3 Portable. The PS2 version from 2002 gets a refresh with new multiplayer modes, new units, new items, and new UI refinements. New modes include 1v1, 2v2, and a Battle Royale using the PSP's ad hoc functionality. Armored Core 3 Portable has been available in Japan since July 30th, 2009. A US release has yet to be announced. The long-awaited Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii has finally been released and has been pulverizing sales records ever since. For those who don't know, Monster Hunter is a hack-and-slash action-adventure game in which you as the hunter will venture out into a world of monsters and hunt them down using skill and strategy. This new version features 4-player online play, 2-player split screen, and new underwater and desert environments. It also includes new monsters, new moves, new materials, and new items. Monster Hunter Tri was released in Japan on August 1st, 2009, and a US and European release has just been announced for 2010. So it's only a matter of time before you too can start monster hunting on the Wii.
So that's our show, folks. With Gamescom and TGS right on the horizon, we'll be taking a little break, but have no fear, we'll be right back to satisfy your import gaming needs. Keep your eyes out for all that coverage we'll be bringing back from Cologne and Tokyo in the coming months. So until then, this is Takeshi saying, see you next time.